Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. I just got over to Mustang Island, came across the Port Aransas ferry. Not a bad day, a little bit of cloud cover. They said down in Corpus it's only going to go up to 104 today. It's going to be a little cooler here. I think about the mid-90s. There's a ship coming up the channel, but we have outward bound, so we have a little bit of time. And I noticed most of the construction equipment that was up here is gone. And I thought I would check out the progress on the pavilion here at Roberts Point Park and the Harbor Master office. And it looks completed from here on the outside. Pretty interesting. I'm sure a lot of you might be aware that just a few days ago, not too far off the point of Roberts Point Park here, a large ship had a collision with a small recreational craft. I believe they're called pleasure crafts. There were some fatalities, and there's still a missing body. So our thoughts and prayers to everyone involved in that, and please keep all our first responders safe. I know the Coast Guard had boats and helicopters, and there were several agencies involved. And I hate to say this, but usually when there's a body missing, it'll wind up on shore. But I hope the family is able to recover the body and give them peace of mind. A real good source of information, if you want to look on details on the story, is the South Jetty newspaper here in Port Aransas. They have a website, and they have a page on Facebook. Port Aransas South Jetty, it's under. I'm going to pull over into the parking lot up here and wait for the first ship to come through, which I just looked on Vessel Finder, and I could see it way off in the distance. I think it's going to be a crude oil tanker. There's another shot of the pavilion. They had a big American flag hanging from that crane behind us, and they had just took it down. They actually need the crane. But when I was coming over on the ferry, you could see that, and they were advertising some event with a smaller flag below it, and I couldn't really make out what that event was. It was something here in Port Aransas. I do have a horrible dad joke while we're waiting for our first ship to come through. Why did the channel smell so bad? Why did the channel smell so bad? Because it was full of ship. It was full of ship. There's the shot I had earlier. And that's suspended from a crane. Here comes a very familiar sounding ship. The Eagle San Antonio. I think we may have filmed that before. Looks like it got a new paint job. That's a crude oil tanker. It was built in 2012. 274 meters by 49 meters. It's currently coming from the Corpus Christi ship channel. Flying the flag of Singapore. It was built in South Korea and can carry an estimated 157,849 tons. Wow. Pretty cool. Roberts Point Park is a great place. I mean, where else can you look at ships and play basketball? Not that these are kids here, but if you got kids and you need a place while you're visiting Port A and the beach isn't available, Bring them to Roberts Point Park. It's a good, really good spot to see sea turtles and dolphins as well. And they keep it very well maintained. The ships look like you could just reach out and touch them. People fish here. And I've actually seen people successfully fish from here. So it's pretty neat. There's a shot of the cranes again. I think we're going to head down to the South Jetty because there's something going on that might happen. I'm looking at this ship going out, and there's another ship coming in, and we might get one of those rare times where there's two larger ships in the South Jetty at once, which is always cool to see. I've only seen it 3 or 4 times in all the time that I spend filming here. Maybe we can catch some dolphins dancing. I've noticed that the ships have been moving really slow. When that accident that I talked about earlier first happened, they actually closed down the channel in case there were live people in the water. And even the ferry was shut down for a little bit. And then they reopened the channel but kept looking. And just last night they called off the search. And like I said, hopefully that body will come up on its own and be recovered. This is Cotter Avenue, and if you go straight from the ferry, it will definitely take you down to the South Jetty. That's also a good spot to watch the ships come and go. You can see the station from there where the pilot boats operate out of. All of these ships that are coming and going are under the command of a pilot here. When they come through the Corpus Christi ship channel, pilot goes from the pilot boat onto the ship, open sea transfer, and the pilot will navigate the entire ship channel, whether it's inward bound or outward bound. If it's outward bound, then it will make another open sea transfer onto a pilot boat and either bring it back to the little docking station or bring it to the next boat, next ship. I noticed we drove by it back there, that one really big souvenir t-shirt shop is converted into a church now. And they did a really good job. I mean, it's a pretty building. They kind of painted it a bright blue. And I'm just wondering how that affects the city's tax dollars when they have a business paying taxes that converts into a church that doesn't. I know there's quite a few churches here already, especially when you consider the small amount of people that actually live on Mustang Island full time. There's the back entrance to I.B. McGee Beach Park. We were in there just a couple videos ago. Wanted to check it out after the hurricane. I still can't get over that one RV park we went to, and there was only 2 RVs in it, the one that's right on the water. And kind of curious if they've filled back up yet. We were supposed to be ground zero for a few days from Hurricane Beryl, and then it shifted. Excuse me. I got ships on my mind. Shipped further north and hit Houston and a bunch of our small Texas towns. So guys, here comes the BBC Kherson, Kherson. That's a cargo ship. 147 meters by 23 meters. A good size, but less than half the size of the biggest ships I've seen coming through the channel. It was built in 2022, flying the flag of Antigua and Barbuda, Barbuda. Never heard of it. I really need to get out and read a little more. Or at least study a map. And what I wanted to happen was for the Eagle San Antonio and the BBC Kirsten to pass each other in the ship channel. And they're doing that right now. I don't know why this excites me. But it does. It just doesn't happen that often. Like I said, the Eagle San Antonio is 274 by 49, a good size ship. I don't think they would try it with two of the biggest ships that could come through here. But maybe they have and I just don't know about it. And there's our buddy, the BBC Kirsten. And I saw some dolphins playing. They weren't getting a lot of air. See them? Just how good the dolphin watch boat is going to block our view again. Wonder how close he really is. If he was too close, the ship would be hitting its air horn. Look at the dogs. They're all excited. They're like, there's birds here, there's new smells. Ships are going by. Maybe that ship is filled with dog treats. You don't know. Could be some pup cups on there. I'm looking at this. It looks like there's a good breeze. I'm watching these people's clothing, but I just don't feel it. So this is low tide at the Gulf of Mexico after Tropical Storm Alberto and Hurricane Beryl. So we've got a lot of debris in the water, and we even had Eugene hanging out to say hello. Here comes another ship, guys. The Keithnos, Kithnos, Keithnos. That is a LPG tanker. 147 meters by 23 meters. Was built in 2016 and is flying the flag of Greece. If you're wondering about where these ships are actually from, just checking for dolphins, Google flags of convenience and it'll tell you why all these ships tend to be often flying the same flags over and over, even though they're not from that country. Where it says tug is where the tugboats will line up to give it a little assistance. Hey guys, I'm going to find some other things to do in Port Aransas today. Thanks for riding along. Thanks for watching.